What is going on, my friends and crew? I'm Alex Crew, and welcome back to another toy review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Takara Tomy movie The Best, Transformers Optimus Prime. This is a reissue of the Age of Extinction Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, and because it's issued by Takara Tomy, they've done a superb job with repainting the figure and redesigning it. Now, this wasn't just a repaint and put back on shelves kind of a thing. This is a Japan import, so you can't find it anywhere in American stores. But before I get too in-depth in it, let's just take a look at the box, and then we'll move on to the figure. And here we are taking a look at the box. Now, this is a Takara Tomy box. It's very well done. I really like all the art. The art is taken directly from scenes from the movie. Though it looks HD, so I'm guessing they took it directly from the movie's files or from the HD version of the films. And I should also mention that Optimus Prime comes packaged in his vehicle mode. As a matter of fact, I believe all of the movie The Best Transformers come packaged in their vehicle mode. Here's a look at the instructions. They're all written in Japanese. I'm guessing it's talking about warnings and stuff. Over here, it's saying, don't be foolish and eat the small pieces. Don't injure your eye with it, because this Optimus Prime does have a weapon with a firing mechanism. The instructions are pretty straightforward. It does have some writing in Japanese, but the pictures that it provides you with are straightforward, so you don't really need to rely on the instructions too much. Here it talks about the gun a little bit and the firing mechanism. And here on the back of the instructions, it's robot to vehicle, whereas on this side it is vehicle to robot. Anyway, there's instructions. Now, moving on to the box. As I mentioned, the art is really good. This scene, I believe, was taken from Dark of the Moon during the Autobot siege on Chicago. Over here we have advertisements for the figures. Optimus Prime here, the new Bumblebee here, Shockwave here, and Grimlock here. Then on the back, it's talking about how it's moved the best, talking about the figure, giving detailed pictures of his two modes. Over here, it just says Transformers, more writing in Japanese. I believe that this is talking about the 2007 movie, because it's talking about how the 2007 movie went through its 10 years since the first movie was released, 10th year anniversary. I believe that's what it's saying. On the box, Movie The Best, we get image of Optimus Prime, the Takara Tomy logo. On the bottom, warnings, I guess talking about Twitter accounts there or something, all the companies and everything, and more warnings over here about don't eat or shoot at anyone's eye, and that's pretty much it. Now, I really like the design that they made for this figure. The dark red with the faded flames, the dirt grime details on it, the dark blue that they use for the legs, as well as the rusty iron sort of look for the bumper of the vehicle mode and the wheels as well. Overall, it's just a very well done Optimus Prime figure. I believe that this is actually one of the best movie Optimus Prime figures that we've gotten, besides the masterpiece movie Optimus Prime and the soon-to-be-released Transformers Studio Series Voyager class movie Optimus Prime. Overall, it's just a very nice-looking figure. Now, taking a closer look at his face sculpt, we can see that it is indeed different from the Age of Extinction Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. This variant of Optimus Prime comes with a masked face rather than the unmasked face, which I must admit was very well sculpted, but I prefer the masked face as it has a more classic feel to it. And I should also mention that the figure does have some light piping. Right here it would be rendered in white, but if you can see here, the eyes have been painted over in a sort of electric icy blue color, which is very fitting for this Optimus Prime figure. Now, let's talk about the posability of the figure. ball joint in the head, as well as a hinge at the bottom of the neck, allows him to look up that far and look down that far, and also allows him to swivel, yet very little head pivot there. Shoulders are on a soft ratchet, moving out, and a stiff rotation at the shoulder. Very tight bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow, bends almost up to the point where you can touch his shoulder. However, the elbow bend is in a very odd place. Rather than being here, where there's a molded in hinge, it's here, causing a somewhat unnatural bend in some positions, but it was done mainly for the transformation. Swivel at the waist. Tires are on a hinge here, so that they can move out to accommodate more leg movement. Leg kicks forward that far, and kicks back that far. Can split that far, but if you move the tires down out of the way, you can split that far. An unnecessary feature, but a good one at that. Hinge at the knee pad that allows it to move forward and back. Bend at the knee, rather tight, allows it to bend over 90 degrees. Forward and back at the ankle, rather tight, and a very slight ankle pivot. However slight that may be, it does allow for some great poses. Now, before we move on to the transformation, I do want to point out his accessories, few as they may be. Comes with two accessories. This shotgun cannon and this missile with which to launch with the cannon. Simply insert it like so. It will click into place. I do want to mention that this is the same shotgun that Age of Extinction Optimus Prime came with, only painted in a jet black color, and as such, it still has the slots on the rear handle that allow it to be held by the Dark of the Moon truck Megatron. Firing mechanism, pretty weak. I mean, what are you going to do with it? This is Takara told me you're not going to play with it, you're going to display it. And this weapon is easily held by Optimus Prime, allowing him to pull off some cool poses with it. And now, for size comparisons. LEGO First Order Stormtrooper, Minecraft Creeper action figure, Iron Man 2 War Machine Mark I action figure, Deluxe Class Classic Starscream, and the 2007 movie Voyager class Optimus Prime. My, how these figures have evolved. And now, for the transformation. First, open these chest panels. And then, detab the shoulder panels from the center section, like so. Then, move this entire section down, like so. Then, flip the grill of the truck forward and up. Make sure that it's standing straight up along with this panel here. Then, flip the smokestacks like so that this panel of the truck is now flush. Then, flip these panels up like so. Next, rotate the arms forward while shifting these panels down. Make sure the waist is straight. Now what you want to do is make sure that this transforming area is almost entirely flat. Make sure that these panels are flat like so, and the arms are stretched out in front. This panel has to be like that and flat. This panel here with Optimus Prime's head has to be flat as well. What you're going to do is you're going to shift at the hips forward like that. Now, shift this panel down. Once you hit a soft ratchet, begin shifting the arm up. You want to make sure that this panel is sticking up here to make this easier. Make sure that the window's corner is aligned here with this panel's corner. Continue to rotate it up, and then once it's flat up against this tire here, rotate the arm back like so, and then flip this panel in. Do the same for the other side. Once you flip this side's panel in, flip up this little smokestack right here. Now that all these parts are in, rotate this panel here down flat, like so. Make sure that everything clicks in on the top here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to shift this mechanism inside, like so. Now make sure that everything is flat, like so, and properly assembled. Click in here and here, like so, and then flip this panel down and inside. Make sure that the legs are tabbed together. There's a tab here, slot here, tab here, slot here, tab here, and slot here. So, once they're all tabbed in, what you're going to do is you're going to shift this mechanism inside the leg down while rotating the feet forward and flattening them. Once you do this, you should continue to shift it until it's flat, like so. And here we have the truck mode. This is a very well done truck mode, and it's also a very nice reference to his G1 vehicle mode. It's very well colored. The flames are not very obvious in the truck, which makes it look more like his G1 appearance. Obviously, the gray feet are here, but I think that just makes it look more mechanical and more like the flatbed of a truck. The gas tanks are here, obviously. The wheels are very nicely done, and they actually roll. So, you can roll this truck pretty well across surfaces. Now, up here on the roof, there's a hole. And if you still have Optimus Prime's cannon, you can insert it into the roof like that. But to be honest, that looks pretty goofy. So you can instead store it here or like this. But to be honest, all those methods of storage look pretty crappy, so you're probably not going to be storing that thing on the truck mode anytime soon. Now, for some more size comparisons. Lego First Order Stormtrooper, Minecraft Creeper action figure, Iron Man 2 War Machine Mark 1 action figure, Deluxe Class Classics Starscream, and the 2007 movie Voyager class Optimus Prime. Overall, this figure's pretty good. Paint quality's great, plastic quality's great, general around posability of the figure, as well as just the type of figure it is also really great. They did a really good job reissuing this figure, and I have to say I am a much bigger fan of this face sculpt than I am of the original. But anyway, that's going to have to do it for this figure. I would definitely recommend that you pick it up. You can pick it up in collectible toy stores such as Big Bad Toy Store, or you can pick it up on Amazon or eBay, albeit for much higher prices. Though I must warn you, this figure is constantly in and out of pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. So if you want it to arrive quickly, I would recommend paying that little bit extra just to get it a lot quicker, if you want to. But anyway, that's going to have to do it for this review. I'm Alex Crew. See y'all later.